Hi guys! Welcome to the channel. So, ngayon guys, we're having dinner and we'll be going to talk about what it's like to be in an age gap relationship. Hey, you say hi? Alright, get down now, you're full. You had your dinner.
Oh, this is the product of the age gap relationship.
Yeah, this is the product.
This is the product. The little man couldn't ask for any more.
Anyway, so tatanungin natin yung self. We're going to ask my husband what it's like to have a young wife. Well, we're eating dinner, guys, so
I don't know how we're going to talk.
I don't know how we're gonna talk while having dinner. Anyway,
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, I'm having this rice. Ito yung uncle beans na yung nasa cup. And you just have to heat them up, I don't know, 40 minutes in the microwave. And I've got this chicken breast with lemon sauce. Chicken breast na
Yes,
sweet chili. I can never remember the name. Anyway, and he's having his steak, which is half gone already.
And I'm having a cold beer, which I haven't had for about 4 months. Because I hardly ever drink, but I really feel like one tonight. It's just nice and soothing on my throat, so cheers.
So, Filipino guys, magkakamay tayo. And he's got his knife and fork. Anyway, you ready to talk? Can you still talk?
I'll just have to drool over this while I talk.
Anyway, so what it's like? What
What is it like?
is it like?
Well, I don't know.
Young wife.
You know, the weird thing is I didn't set out looking for someone that's 40 years younger than me.
Yeah.
I really didn't. You know, I was on this Australian dating site and I went out with probably, I don't know, how many dates did I have on that? Maybe 8 or 10 or 5 or 6 or...
10? That's a lot.
I don't know. I can't remember, it's too long ago, but
Don't worry guys, I know those girls.
but you know, those girls were still quite a bit younger than me, but nowhere near as much of an age gap. I guess it varied between, so I'm 62, but I guess those dates varied from, I think, about 38 to 50 maybe. But it wasn't an age thing, it was just a person thing. Like, I didn't go there and say, oh, you're 35, oh, that's not going to work. Oh, you're 50, oh, you're too old. You know, you just look for the right person. You don't look for the age. You don't go out, you know, looking for someone that's of a certain age. You look for someone of a certain personality. And, you know, if they have similar interests to what you've got and so on. So, you know, I did find though that someone closer to my age, females closer to my age, weren't as active as me or interested in being as active in terms of sport. Not that that's the be-all end-all of relationships, but it's an important thing. And funny enough, when I first met Jezz, you know, she was 18 and I was 58, and I was really fit, lean and fit.
You were into jiu-jitsu?
I was into jiu-jitsu, I was into riding my bike, you know, 40, 50 Ks at a time, 4 or 5 times a week. I was really fit. And then I went to the Philippines and, you know, met Jezz, and we travelled around the islands and had a great time and ate heaps of food. My sport stopped, I kept eating. And when I came back to Australia with Jezz, we kind of continued the same routine, really.
Did that cook good?
Yeah, she's a great cook. I taught her everything. But the thing is, you know, got a bit lazy. I mean, I'm not lazy because I work really hard. I work long hours with my own business. Yeah. And I just couldn't find the time or dedication to do my exercise that I wanted to do. And so I put on a lot of weight. Like, I went from 85 kilos, being really lean and fit, And pretty much all my life I've been in my mid-90s, because I used to be a bodybuilder years ago, and muscles heavy, of course. But I went from 85 kilos to about 116, 117 kilos, and it wasn't muscle, I can tell you.
Break time.
So, no, it's okay. And so, you know, I put on all this weight, and right now I'm dedicated to losing it. Because we're all in this lockdown at the moment because of what's going on in the world, you know, I've got some time. Hopefully, although I've been still very busy with my work, but I'm going to get back into my training. We might even do some videos of that, and you'll see week by week the kilos drop off. So here's my prediction. I think I'm 114 or 113 kilos now, and I would say in 6 months, so before Christmas, I'll be down to 90 kilos.
That's a deal.
Yeah, down to 90 kilos. There you go, 90 kilos by Christmas.
Yeah.
Or better, or better.
Alright. So continue.
So you know, back to this age gap thing. So I met Jezz, and there was a big age gap, and I know a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine and family in Australia couldn't and wouldn't accept that sort of age gap. They, you know, a couple of them even suggested it was bordering on pedophilia. I mean, that's a ridiculous thing to say. You know, Jezz was only 18, but legally she's an adult, and she's a smart girl. She's not like a little kid.
Yeah,
She's mature. She's a very smart, sensible girl. I mean, she's still got some maturing to go. She's only 22. She's still got a life ahead of her, and she's got a lot of learning and a lot of maturing to go. Me at 62, I've got some maturing to go and learning to go. And actually we learn from each other. So I think you never should close your mind off to learning. You know, as young as Jezz is, she still teaches me a lot of things. You know, my temperament, my attitude towards certain things. You know, she's really good. I tend to be a bit of a procrastinator. You know, if there's a job around the house that needs doing, she pushes me and she says, get it done, get it done. Why wait till tomorrow? What you can do today, you know, do it. And so she's taught me to sort of get things done a bit quicker, which hasn't really started yet, but, you know, I understand her point. So we're 4 years down the track now since we met, and we've got little Jake, who's now 3. What?
Your hand, you're doing this.
We've got little Jake, who's now 3, and the most beautiful little boy you can imagine. And we love him dearly. My family adores him. He's got a big brother and sister. So that's my daughter and son from a previous relationship. They are 22 and my son is 17. So yeah, I've got the 2 boys now, 17 and 3. Big age gap with them, but they love each other. And you know, we have a good relationship. We have a great relationship. We
hardly argue at all.
We really don't argue very much at all over silly little things like anyone does. But you know, it's we do everything together. We go everywhere together. I work really hard during the day, and the highlight of my day is just to get home to my family. You know, I can't wait to see Jezz. She always meets me at the door. And little Jakey's there jumping on my leg when I get to the door. Daddy, Daddy, Daddy's home. You know, who could ask for anything more than that? It's just wonderful. And, you know, I guess when we met, I didn't really consider the future all that much. But, you know, there's positives and there's negatives to the relationship. So, you know, all the positives I've kind of talked about. You know, we do everything together. We've got great interests. Jezz is really getting into fitness and training. She loves training in the garage with a home gym with weights and skipping, and she's going to start cycling with me and doing fitness stuff, which is awesome. But the downside of it is, you know, obviously as time goes by, the age gap will become more apparent. You know, in 10 years' time, I'm going to be 72. She's only going to be 32. She's still young. I'm seriously getting old at 72. And little Jake will be 13, you know. I hope I can still kick a footy and play cricket and do things and, you know, go for a run with him and teach him things, because he's only 13. I think that's when a boy needs his dad the most, to start learning some skills in life, learning how to use your hands and learn how to use tools. And I can pass on.
He's got Julian.
Yeah, he's got my son, but it's not the same as your dad. You know,
Yeah.
Your dad is what, you know, your dad is the person who really passes things on not just to your son, but to daughters as well. But I happen to have a young son. So the upside to it is that young Jake will always have a young mum. He'll always have a young brother and sister. It's just me, the dad, that's the old guy. And right now, I'm just as good as any dad with him, physically.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, I have to accept the fact that that'll probably diminish unless I really start to take good care of myself. And that's one of the motivating factors for me to get back in shape again and get fit. And that's it. So Jezz will always be young. Our age gap will always be there. It'll become more telling physically as we get older. But right now, really doesn't make much difference at all. We do everything together. We enjoy everything together. Boating and jet skiing and going for walks and doing our training together. And we chase each other around the house and we wrestle and fight on the bed and couch and jump up and down and we just have fun. I mean, I kind of like to act like a bit of a teenager sometimes, and it's just fun. Just adds a bit of fun to life.
I think you're the only 6-year-old that does the planking, does the push up without, just straight push up like that. I don't think anyone can do it, but he can, and he did it last year when we went to the Philippines, and
I hurt my back.
He hurt his back.
I ended up in hospital, not because of my back, because I got a really bad flu.
Yeah, I know. But that's when he hurt his back as well.
Yeah, so the flu and the back, oh man, I ended up
And you know how at these shops, there's like big poles, this high.
bollards, they're called.
Yeah, and he'll jump on it. Like, who would 60-year-old do that?
I just do things like that. I'll just walk along and I'll look at something, I'll say, gee, I wonder if I can jump over that. I wonder if I can make it. And I'll have a go. I'll run and I'll just leap and jump and try to jump over it, like a teenager would.
Extend the ladder on top of the van and do plankings.
I did that once. My van, my work van, I've got a big extension ladder on top. I was in a shopping centre out in the car park. And you guys remember years ago they used to do, not that long ago, but they used to do planking. Everyone used to lay straight on things and take a photo. So I got my extension ladder on top of my van and I extended the ladder right out the front, and then I got on top of it on the end, right out on the end of it, and I planked across the top. And
did someone take a photo?
Yeah, my apprentice took a photo of it. I don't know where that photo is, but it'd be fun to have. Anyway, she can tell you a bit about our age gap, what she thinks of it, and I'm going to eat.
No, it's your turn.
No, it's cold. That's right.
Cold, no. Anyway, guys, so when I met him, he didn't actually told me his real age. I remember, I think he, on that dating site, I think he said he was 52 or 54. But that didn't really bother me because everyone, even if right now, if you look at him, he doesn't look like 62 at all. He doesn't look 52 or 54 on his pictures on a dating site. So I didn't really believe that he was like, 54 or 52, whatever he put in there. Because he looks way younger than his looks.
I can't believe I woke up one morning and I'm 62. Like, what the hell? I can't believe that. I was only 40 the other day. And I wake up and I'm 58, and the next day I wake up and I'm 62. God,
Yeah.
time goes fast. People, enjoy life while you're young. You can't buy youth. You can't buy it, man.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. Do everything you wanted to do. Follow your dreams. Just don't be scared to achieve anything, Just do it. Just take life and do whatever you want to do. Just enjoy it, because it goes too fast.
Yeah.
People grow up, kids grow up, family grows up, people move apart, do different things. Just enjoy every moment of your life while you can.
Yeah. Anyway, I love really having him that, like, the age doesn't bother me at all. We look at each other and like, we're in love. We don't really look at the age. None at all. It's just people out there judgmental and judge us. Like, what the... Anyway.
But it is unusual. I mean, there's not many relationships with a 40-year gap.
Yeah.
It's unusual. And people, look, there's the whole thing. There's the whole thing about you being a young Asian girl and me being an old Westerner. coming from the Philippines, from a province, you know, people always naturally think gold digger, gold digger. She's after his money. You know, what has she seen an old guy like that? Why isn't she with some young, handsome Filipino guy? Well,
I've got an answer for that.
Yeah, what is it?
Because a lot of the girls in my town got pregnant, no husband, because the boys are drunkies, no work, no education, because they can't afford to go to school. And the girls end up being pregnant without a father, and guess what? They grow up just really poor, really crawl into poverty. Like, it happens. I'm lucky that I've got educated family and I've got a small family, and my family is just awesome. I don't know.
Yeah, they are an awesome family. And
like, they really taught me well and disciplined me well, so I wasn't really like, you know, like the other people over there that hangs around so much, hang out with friends, get drunk, go to discos, go to parties, and that. I didn't really have any friends at all. Actually, I've only got 2 real best friends, and yeah, I haven't seen them for a long time, A long time. Yeah, and
yeah, so people think that, you know, and look, you know, we helped Jezz's family out back in the Philippines a little bit, not an enormous amount.
Here and there.
You know, here and there, we send a little bit of money to help them, and every Christmas we send a big box full of good stuff, good things for them. You know, some clothing, some new shoes, and I don't know, different things, Australian food for them to try. And
yeah, people think over there that, oh, she's got an Australian husband, and she's got a Westerner husband. Why didn't he build them a house, or why didn't he bought them this, or buy them that, buy them this? Like, you know, my parents have got work. We only send them money when they really desperately need it. You know, like, we just don't give them money because we just feel like giving them some. Sometimes we do, but we often give them money when they really need it.
I think it's, you know, we know people that send regular money.
Yeah.
You know, regular amounts of money every month. And the problem with that is the families over there rely on it. They rely on that money. And, you know, I don't like to say it makes them lazy, but perhaps it could. And you'd hate to think that the money could be wasted on things like alcohol or whatever, because they know that next month the same amount of money is coming in again. So, you know, I think
we'd rather save the money and surprise them one day and say, here it is.
Help them with things here and there, or pay for this or pay for that or whatever. But to send regular amounts of money, I think it's a bad idea, because they become reliant and dependent upon it. And what happens one day if we can't send that regular amount of money? I have my own family. Everyone thinks Westerners are just rich. You know, well, I work damn hard and I earn reasonable money. We can live comfortable. We've got a nice house. It's not huge, but it's comfortable. You know, we've got things that we enjoy. We've all got cars and stuff, but that's Western society. Everybody's got a car pretty much, if you work hard, and the opportunity's there to work if you want to. And me at my age, I still work really hard. So whatever we've got, you know, we deserve it because we work for it. I'm not about to just give everything away, and I've got my own family. I've got Jezz here. I've got young Jake at 3 years old. I've got his future and education to think about. He's about to start school soon. I've got my other son, Julian, who's 17. I've got Alicia here. They're still my kids. I've got my mum, who's not young. She's 83, I think, now. I have to be prepared to look after her too. So, you know, I've got my own family, and of course, you know, living in this country, my God, the amount of money we have to pay on bills and living expenses, car registrations and insurances and fuel costs, the cost of my tools to keep up my trade, keep up my work, you know, just electricity and gas and the rates of the house, and maintenance of the house and maintenance of the cars and
everything, insurance.
It's unbelievable. It's just
health insurance.
It is unbelievable. You know, every and the tax, the amount of taxation we have to pay, is just phenomenal. So, yeah, we earn good money if we work hard, but we pay for everything too. We pay for everything really tough. So, you know, really can't afford to just send a regular amount of money away. Now, Jezz doesn't work at the moment because her main job is looking after Jake, of course. But when he's at school, she'll have the opportunity to work. And, you know, if she chooses to send a percentage of her money over there, that's up to her. And I'm sure she'll want to help her family out. But I don't think she'll do it on a regular basis. She'll still do it like save the money up and then give them one decent lot of money to help them with things. If it looks like they're struggling a bit, bang, here's some money.
Yeah. That
will help you out. You know, Jezz would like to build a new house for them over there one day. Now, with Australian money, at the moment, yeah, the exchange rate's poor, but you know, in good times, it's normally a lot better. But you can build a house over there for a fraction of the price you can here. Buy some land and buy a house. Like, you know, probably like $25,000 would build a house over there on land.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that you can't even buy land here for under $250,000. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So she's got things that she would like to do to help her family out. You know, that's how kids grow up over there. They grow up with respect and gratitude to their parents and their family, and as they get older and they can't work so much, then the kids grow up and get jobs, hopefully, and can look after them. And that's why a lot of kids go to foreign countries where they can earn better money and send that money home to help their families out. You know, in fact, kids are a bit of an insurance policy for people, because when they get older, they know their kids will be able to hopefully help look after them in their life. So, you know, that's that. Jezz, and there are really, you know, there are some really bad stories about you know, young Filipina girls getting with Western men and then ripping them off. That happens reasonably often. I've read lots and lots of horror stories, and we even know some people that kind of we believe were doing that.
Yeah.
But can work the other way too, because there's,
we know someone too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But there's some old, you know, there's some Western men go and pick up these young Asian girls and bring them back to Australia and abuse them and treat them like slaves and lock them up when they go to work and don't let them out of the house, and they're just stuck there. And it, you know, that's just straight out blatant abuse, and that's terrible. That shouldn't happen. You know, it's against the law for a start. And thank God, Immigration Department now, for a person to bring a young girl or a girlfriend or a partner from overseas to Australia, it doesn't have to be Asia, it can be any country, they have to become what's called an approved sponsor. And so they have to go, the Western person or the Australian citizen has to go through a process with the Immigration Department to prove that they've got no criminal history, no history of abusing women, no history of family abuse, any violence or anything like that, and they have to prove to immigration that they're an approved sponsor. They become an approved sponsor to bring them over. So that's a good thing to protect some of these girls that do get fooled by these guys, and that happens all the time too. So fortunately, we're in a relationship where, you know, I'm a decent guy, she's a great girl, we have a great relationship. You can hear our little guy, he's telling me to shush because he's watching. I don't know what he's watching. He's watching something. Anyway, you know, we love our life and love our relationship, and it will only get stronger with time. And good things ahead. Once we all get ourselves out of this situation, we can get back to the beach and get back to the rivers and lakes where we love to take the boat and have fun and do a bit of fishing and water skiing and whatever. So, yeah, it's all good for now.
Yeah, so that's it then. Okay, here. What's wrong?
Sorry guys, I've done most of the talking.
Yeah, because he cuts me off. Anyway, here Jack, get done. So yun, that's it. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy watching our story. And
it doesn't matter whether it's a 40-year age gap or a 2-year age gap. You know, if the two people love each other and they get on well and they enjoy their relationship, then